どうも皆さん、チャンネルへようこそ。数週間前にですね、シュートインドアっていうね、ガンレンジを紹介しましたけども、そこのトレーナーの一人であるブライアンにね、今回いろいろ教わってきました。障害物を使った撃ち方とか、ライトを使った撃ち方とかね、いろいろ教わってきたんで、今回ね、そちらの紹介になります。では皆さん、見ていきましょう。
All right. So,
What are we doing, Brian?
what are we doing?
Yeah.
We're gonna be using cover or concealment with a light. So, the way you use cover or concealment during daytime, you typically want to be back up off of it, so that you can hide more of yourself.
Yeah.
When you have a light, you generally want the bezel of the light to be out in front of the cover or concealment.
In front of the concealment.
Yeah. Right. So, because step back for 1 second.
Yeah.
So, if I was like back here and I was using cover like I would during the day, and I light my light up, okay, the light is gonna splash back off of whatever I'm hiding behind and light me up. As opposed to if I get the gun just out in front,
makes sense.
It's gonna illuminate that and not me.
Much less reflection, like it's not reflecting back at your face.
Yeah. And that changes depending on the light that you're using, like the beam pattern. Like a lot of the new higher candela lights, you can kind of like get back and lean out and do that whole thing. But mine's a TLR1. I don't know what you're running on your gun. Same. Yeah. So with something with a big flood like that and a lot of lumens, you got to get out in front of whatever you're hiding behind.
Makes sense.
So we'll just do 3 different positions. We'll do a standing, a kneeling, and a prone or urban prone. And then we'll work back up. So
by the way, this is the guy that was messing around during the practice.
I'll be more serious today. I know.
Yeah,
everybody is very concerned about that.
Not.
All right. So.
Nice. Sweet.
Yep. Have you done like an urban prone before?
No, you know what? I never done it before. I was like, what the heck is it doing?
Okay. So you could just prone out here.
Yeah. Like
you normally would.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. But this is like if you're trying to hide behind something like the rear axle on a car.
Yeah.
And shoot underneath the car. You want to get most of your body behind the thing you're hiding behind. So I'll actually take the handgun.
Yeah.
And pinch it in between my knees like that, and you get really good recoil management.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So you'll see the gun barely moves. Now with this doing the low light thing, you're gonna have to get real close to this to get the bezel out in front.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is you gotta make sure that your feet are tucked up to your ass so that you don't point the gun at your feet. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So we'll do a standing, a kneeling, and a prone or urban prone, whatever your preference is.
All right.
All right. Go ahead.
And just go ahead and shoot it?
Yep.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's flashing back off of that. So when we look at the front view camera, you'll be able to see that you can see yourself a lot better.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
we'll do a kneeling.
Yeah, I see. You keep doing it.
Okay. And then make sure you're aware of your muzzle, and we'll get down into an urban. So the way I do that, I take my left hand and put it down.
Yeah.
And then I kind of take the gun and put it down here.
Yeah.
And then I like lay on my side and bring my knees around like this. Good.
Sit.
Yeah, and if you can't quite get your knees up that far to pin it, that's fine.
Okay, see the first target.
That's okay. It's gonna take some time to figure out the first time you do it.
Yeah, this is tough. It's a lot tougher than that. You make it like look a lot easier, but holy smokes!
I might have done it a couple times.
Yeah.
I am wearing a concealed holster.
Yeah.
So that does make it a little bit easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. Get off.
Barricades falling apart over here.
Yep,
All right,
yep.
go ahead, reholster. I'll fix that.
ちょっとね今暗くて何も見えんかったんでもう一回ね、ブライアンにやってもらいます。Alright, Brian. So let's show people what we were doing because they probably couldn't see what we were doing.
All right, so we're using the barricade as some type of cover. We're trying to hide as much of our body behind it as we can. And we're just moving in between positions, trying to keep the muzzle pointed at the target.
Oh, I see.
I backed up off the target a little bit since we're in the daylight here. When the lights are off, if I'm back up off the barricade, the light's going to reflect back onto me. If I'm out in front of the barricade, it's going to make it harder for my adversary to see me.
Right.
Alright, so it's not so different with a long gun than a handgun. The biggest difference is going to be sometimes you won't be able to mount the light quite as far forward as it is on the handgun. Obviously, the bezel of the light is right at the muzzle, and here it's not. So if I want to get the bezel of the light out in front of the barricade, I'm going to have the gun a lot more far forward. The other thing to consider is the light is mounted to one side. So if I'm coming out on the right side of the barricade, I'm going to have to lean out less than if I lean out on the left side of the barricade. Yeah. So here, I barely have to expose myself. Actually, this has got a pretty wide flood.
Yeah, it does.
And I can do pretty good there. But over on this side, I'd probably transition shoulders. I could expose the rifle, but honestly, like no light would make it to the target. So you have to be aware of like where the light is mounted. And then additionally, this isn't a light thing, but when you get down on the ground, if you get down on your right side and your ejection port is down, if you're on like stones or sand or whatever, that could kick shit back up into your ejection port and you could suffer some malfunctions. I'll do it anyway. I haven't had really any issues with it yet. You should definitely train how to fix those kind of malfunctions.
Right.
Let me grab some ammo here real quick and we'll shoot it. Got a mag?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so if I was in daylight, again, I'd be back up off the barricade. I'd be leaning out just enough so that I could get my target. Okay. If I was in low light, I'd probably be up on it a little bit more. Okay. Same deal with the smaller ports here. Okay. I can get my muzzle through, but getting the light so that it's not going to bounce back on me. You know, I could shoot very easily like this during the daytime. But if I turn my light on right here, none of the light is making it to the target and all of it is lighting me. So you'd have to do some weird shit.
Right.
Or accept that it's going to bounce back on you. So I might even back off here. Okay. My knees were right at my ejection port there. I was like, I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to see. Yeah, so that'd be a consideration there too. I might even just prone out if I was going down here. But you can't get quite as low to the ground when the rifle's in a vertical position like that either. So that's the cool thing about the VTAC barricade. It kind of forces you into different body positions to see how your kit interacts with your rifle, how the rifle interacts with the ground, all that kind of stuff. The shooting wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Let me unload this shit and we'll let you try it out.
All right. Make ready?
Yep.
All right. Cool.
All right, go ahead. Standing, kneeling, prone, same as with the handgun.
Okay.
All right, and then kneeling. And then prone or urban prone.
Yeah, this is tough.
Oh, we didn't shoot the barricade, so.
That's plus.
All right, so. All right, yeah, so little safety thing with standing up.
Yeah.
When I go from, let me grab my gun. When I go from here to kneeling, I'll again like kind of keep this way.
Yeah.
And get myself up to a kneeling that way.
Push it out with the left hand.
Yeah, you're trying to keep like contact in your shoulder, and your muzzle is kind of like going all over the place.
Right.
Which we're the only ones here.
Yeah.
But general principle, you want to have positive control over the muzzle the whole time.
100%.
And then the other thing is you want it pointed towards the target, because I want to be able to. Ideally, I should be able to shoot kind of at any point standing up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the position, right? Bang, bang, bang.
There you go.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
You didn't know we were getting a workout in today, huh?
Well, you have to do this a couple times, like in order to, like, because I'm really feeling awkward.
Yeah.
My movements are really awkward, so.
You're not the first one to experience that. I've had to break down, like, all right, put your hand here, move your hand here, like for the whole thing, the whole way up and the whole way down.
Right. All right, let me clear it.
All right. Same deal, we'll do standing, kneeling, prone. Just trying to get used to the positions and using the light with the barricade.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Ooh. What do you do in this situation? Like,
well, it's possible that you can't shoot.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I don't have, I can't get target identification and I can't use my light. I might move to a different position.
Yeah.
I was trying real hard just cause.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Muzzle control was way better that time.
Yeah.
It looked like you had way more command over the rifle as you were standing up, getting down.
Right.
In the down position, something to consider. The reason we tuck our legs up in is to make yourself smaller. If you're trying to hide something real small, you don't want to have your legs hanging out over here and get them shot up.
100%.
So, but how'd that feel?
Much better. Second time.
Yeah, you found out with these smaller ports, like it's pretty hard to work the light in there.
Yeah.
It'll be cool for you to see with the front view. I've seen this quite a few times, but how your suppressor lights up.
Yeah.
With the light. Yeah, see what they would see from the other angle.
Right.
Something I wanted to mention real quick, for your benefit and for nobody else's, is there's no like perfect solution to when you turn the light on, when you have the light off.
Right.
Because you have to consider ambient light and the environment. Like if I could shoot without using the light, I can positively identify the target. And I know it's foreground, background, all that stuff. I just wouldn't use the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like in this situation, I would probably shoot without the light. Yeah, you want to try that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, try it on the left target over here that we haven't shot yet. We can see what the hits look like.
Okay.
Alright, looks good. Alright, let's turn the lights on. Let's walk down there, see what the hits look like. Alright. They're not bad. They're pretty center mass, but they're a little on the lower side. Can you show me where you're aiming at on the target? Were you like...
Yeah, in the middle, right?
High center chest where you would normally aim at?
Yeah, high over bore.
Yeah. So we got to remember the distance between the midline of the optic and the distance to the bore. Additionally, when you're getting into some of those weird positions, and especially in low light, sometimes you'll have a tendency to just aim at the whole target. Now, his group was pretty good, so I don't think he picked a super huge spot, but we gotta make sure that we pick a small spot to maintain the maximum amount of accuracy that we can pull out. But that looks pretty good. If you're operating somewhere where it's completely dark, mostly this is gonna be inside, okay? Because almost everywhere has ambient light. Inside, no windows, that kind of thing. We only want to have the light on if we're actively searching or shooting. Okay. It can be a really powerful tool. If you turn the light off, you disappear. You can use the darkness as a form of concealment, right? So, drill we're gonna do, super simple. We'll turn all the lights off. I'll have you turn the light on, shoot, turn the light off, move, turn the light on, shoot. Right. So it'll appear as if you appeared in a different location.
That's sweet. Let's do it.
All right. A big thing that I noticed when I first started shooting with a weapon-mounted light was when I'm using my thumb to keep the pressure switch down, my grip is different.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, my left hand is like contorted differently, so it's not able to put the same pressure on the gun. Gun moves differently, you have to account for that. You can't shoot quite as fast.
Right.
A couple ways that you could, well, one particular way you could alleviate that, especially with a stream light, just put it constant on. So as you come out, roll it constant on, if you can hit it, and then you grip the handgun like normal. I prefer to just push my thumb down and deal with the little bit of lack of recoil management. It's all about what works for you. And then from a safety perspective, I feel comfortable with you shooting, so I didn't check this, but typically I'll check this with a student first to make sure that they're keeping their finger high and away from the trigger as they're moving. Because once you start doing stuff in low light, I can't see what you're doing. Yeah, so you need to make sure that the student has that all ironed out, or it could be disastrous. So that part has to be like very strictly controlled. We have to make sure that the person doing the training understands what's going on and has a really firm grasp of all the firearm safety fundamentals. That was pretty cool. Do we want to go over some handheld light technique stuff?
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Do you carry a handheld light?
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't.
I usually do. It's usually not this one. This is the Streamlight ProTech 2.0. Yeah. I usually carry the HLX, which is far smaller. This is the one that I usually have with me if I'm doing security of some type. Just because it's really bright and it has a lot of throw. It's really good for that. It's far too large to stick in your pocket on a day-to-day basis. But anyways, I don't always carry a gun with a weapon-mounted light. You know, obviously, this thing is really big. The holster for it is really big. Sometimes you just want to stick a Glock 19 in your pants with the appropriate holster, and it's a lot more minimalist. So, ways that you can shoot with a handheld light. My go-to is usually going to be a neck index. So, I bring the light to my neck, turn it on, it'll backlight your sights and light up the target. The big negative to this is it's going to light up your hand, and whoever's looking at you is going to be able to see that really well. But this is really good if you need to expediently light up your target and fire some shots. The light is always going to be pointed where you're looking, and obviously the handgun's going to be pointed where you're looking and where you intend to shoot at. Other ways we could do this: Harry's, okay? I'm using this arm to pull into the gun like this. Do you want to come over on the other side and see that? So I'm taking this wrist and hooking it into this wrist. It's not giving me any recoil management like when I grip the handgun normally, but it is adding some stability. So you can shoot like that, and again, generally going to be pointed where the gun's pointed. You're going to be able to see what's going on. It's not going to have that negative of backlighting your hand and your sights. Like that. The Surefire Rogers technique. This one's probably the most difficult one to execute. It requires that you have a particular type of light that'll support this kind of thing, but it's the closest to shooting a handgun normally. So you're going to take a light in your middle two fingers like that, and you're going to essentially press it back into your hand, the meaty part of your hand, while you're gripping the gun like this.
Yeah,
so
I tried it. It didn't work out for me.
Yeah, you're gripping the gun with these two fingers, and you can light it up and shoot pretty well. This light is a little thicker than the one I normally do this demo with, not to make excuses for myself, but.
Yeah, so
Forgot I was wearing an inside rig today. Yeah, so this one, you're typically gonna want a tail cap that's gonna protrude out a little bit. This one has these little protectors back here.
Right.
So it's not gonna be as easy to do that with. And you'll also usually wanna have some kind of ring on the light to pull back in with, which this also lacks. So again, light has to have certain attributes. It's the most difficult one to master. I can't recommend it for most people, but it is an option.
Who would you recommend it?
Who would I recommend it to? Somebody who's willing to put a lot of I'm gonna take my glasses off. There's nobody else shooting out here right now. Somebody who's willing to put a lot of practice into that particular technique. If you just believe that's something that's gonna really work out for you, and you want to practice it a whole bunch, it's absolutely a valid technique. Most people are not gonna do that. There's a lot of other things that we could have put our practice time into that are a lot more valuable. All right, go ahead, load, make ready. All right, since it's just two of us, I want to see if we can push the aggressiveness of the movement a little bit.
Go forward, move forward?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And still stay on line.
Yeah.
So let's do it not shooting first, so we'll just start from a low ready.
Yeah.
And I'll say like threat or whatever. Yeah. And we'll start moving. I want you to move like as quickly as you reasonably could while you're shooting.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Threat!
Bam.
We'll stop like right here. All right, low, ready, threat. Good. All right. Let's do it. Lights off. Ready. Threat.
Sweet.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Threat. Had to go one more. Okay. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Thanks.
Yeah.
はい、ということでね、皆さん、ブライアンにね、いろいろ教わってきましたけども、いかがでしたでしょうか。Alright, Brian, thank you so much, first of all.
Absolutely.
Right. You're already known for a superstar status, right? I mean, what did you do like this while shooting? Well, just so that you guys know, majority of those guys are instructors already. Right?
Yeah. I'd say 95%.
95%. Plus, we shoot all the time together, so we know what the heck we're doing, right? There was no strangers in the group.
No, there was
right.
nobody new there. They were
Right.
very seasoned shooters and instructors.
Yeah. And he's super good anyway, right? So, what did we learn? What did we do today?
We did some barricade work. We worked on some positional shooting.
That was awkward. That was super awkward.
Yeah, that's a good place to figure out if your
Right.
kit's placed correctly.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even
Right.
have you on your back at all.
No.
We'll do that next time.
All right. Like this.
Yeah, between the knees. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. We did some of that. We did a lot of low light.
Yeah.
We did it with carbine. We did it with pistol. We did some handheld light stuff.
Yeah,
And
those.
have you ever done that before?
Well, I guess once, right? I mean, that's about it. But you just don't like a lot of ranges, like outdoor ranges. Forget about it, right?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of neighbors surrounding the shooting range. You just can't do the low light. So you're pretty much limited to like this kind of indoor.
Yeah.
Right.
And most places just don't do it because it's very dangerous if not conducted
It
properly.
really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into planning, the things that we do. I'm always considering the angles to the target and our backstop.
Yeah.
And
The one thing I noticed is that when you introduce the light like on and off, like your brain's working like over time, right? Because you have to think about when to turn it on, when to turn it off, and then like when you introduce even the movement, right? That's like 3 actions right there, right? So like you really have to practice.
I tell people all the time, the first time I shot a USPSA match, I had never shot and moved before. So like all of my brain power was on how to move. So I remember how that feels, and that's the point of training, so that you can make that stuff automatic so you can put your brain power on the situation.
Right. And then you can do this 100% with BB guns.
Yeah.
Right. So like for the Japanese audience, like 100% just do it with your BB guns. You train it.
Yeah, you can get really good training with BB guns, airsoft.
Yeah.
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 And
even
for
the
Americans, dry fire.
Yeah, 100%. Right.
Yeah.
Dry fire. Yeah. Even the low position that you were doing, like, crunched up like this and then shooting between your knees and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can do that with BB gun, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right, man.
Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you for coming out.
We'll do it again. All right.
We'll be back.
Thank you.